What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Kev Capital video where we spend some time pulling back the curtain on some of the most important charts in the market and what it means for you. Before we jump into the video today, if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And also do not forget to check the links in the description below where you can visit patreon.com/Kev Capital and analyze, trade, and invest the markets with me on a daily basis. We now have a $7.50 per month tier where you get access to all of my daily and weekly analysis along with my full market breakdowns. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Today, I want to provide an update to the AI trade via the SMH, the VanEck Semiconductor ETF. You guys remember, let's just go over the timeline. I predicted that there would be a major corrective phase in the summertime as we get closer to the midterms. That occurred. The SMH dropped about 25%, while other AI stocks individually dropped 30, 40, 50, even 60%. That played out beautifully. It worked out really well. Then I stated clearly that we would see a counter trend rally. Due to the velocity of the drop, there was a very aggressive drop. We wiped out a ton of leverage, extremely oversold, and that we would get a snapback rally. Go back and watch the other videos. This is what we spoke about. Follow me on Twitter. Go into Patreon. You'll see that we spoke about these things. However, what did I talk about in that video, in those posts? I said, listen, that counter trend rally is going to answer a lot of questions about this trade overall. It'll actually answer questions even beyond that in terms of the rotation trade. But look what we're seeing right now. The questions are starting to subtly but slowly get answered. Now, let's not jump the gun, right? I'm not predicting the end of the world here for the AI trade. Look at the overall trade itself. On the daily time frame, it remains in an uptrend. As long as you're above your 200-day EMA and SMA, even your 100 EMA here, you're still technically in an uptrend. You're still in a bull market. However, from a structural perspective, there are some warning signs here that are popping up. And I need you guys to pay attention to this because I know for a fact you guys are fully in this AI trade still, even after these major rallies to the upside, and I just want you to be careful, okay? I want you to manage your risk properly. It's okay to be long. I'm long on Micron right now with a stop loss at break even, right? So just, again, make sure those stop losses are in place. Don't get married to a trade, especially when we're starting to see rotation. But that said, look what we're seeing. You had this snapback rally, back up to those major moving averages we talked about, back up to those major golden pocket levels we talked about, literally exactly where I said we would go. That's where I was aiming, right? I was aiming for this lower high structure, the golden pocket, and those key moving averages. If we actually go to the 4-hour time frame, we'll zoom in even more. You can see, right? We came all the way up, and just go back and watch the previous videos. We came right up to exactly where I said we would come. That golden pocket, those 4-hour key moving averages, that lower high structure previous pivot high, right? We've made it back there, and now you're seeing an extremely sharp rejection. And let me tell you something, folks. Go read a technical analysis book. This is extremely big time warning signals, because what does this indicate? If this continues to flush lower, if you don't get support here in this zone, right, really down to this, we'll call it the 100 EMA, right, at the 544 level, right, even 529 if you had to, right? Something that would create a higher low structure. If you start to move lower down into here, that indicates to me that this was a dead cat bounce. From a percentage drop perspective, the SMH is in a bear market. However, it still remains in a higher time frame uptrend structurally, okay? And then I would be targeting, what did I talk about? This zone down in here, right? Those 200 SMA and EMA are moving up fast, but really just somewhere in here, right? That's where I would be aiming to look to buy AI stocks, right? If we were to get another flush down into here, you got the 483 down to the 411 level. I know it's a big zone because these moving averages moving up, but from a structural perspective, major support in here. You have the golden pocket, 703, 786, 200-day SMA and EMA, which would be a great spot to allocate into. I would love to see that happen because you'd be able to get into some really strong fundamental plays that are very cheap at that point. And I'm not predicting that's going to happen yet. I will only say that that's going to occur if we continue to come down and lose these support levels. But just from a structural perspective, I wanted this on your radar because this is what we've been talking about, right? Are we going to come up here and form a lower high? Are we going to start looking like we had a dead cat bounce to get everyone to pile back in and then just start flushing things lower as we enter into the midterms, right? Because remember something, folks. I don't know if you've been around long enough. I have. Midterm years, when you go into September and even October, believe it or not, those can be some pretty rough months. Even the latter half of August can be pretty rough. Okay, now I understand fundamentals are strong, earnings were great, but how much of that is already priced in, right? Are people talking about that? I understand the earnings are great, I understand the estimates are at basically all-time highs next to November of 2021 when we coincidentally found a major top. I'm just saying that a lot of that gets priced into the market, so just remember something, right? When you're talking about those fundamentals, I'm all about that, but a lot of that gets priced in. We're in a Goldilocks zone at the current moment, okay? You have yields pressing higher. The market seems to be somewhat unaffected, but now starting to show some cracks, right? You have an uncertain Fed, which can always throw nails into the charts. Earnings estimates are just so high that we're getting to that point now where it's like, how much higher can they go? Is this all priced in? But just from a technical standpoint, I really just want to watch this lower high structure that's currently forming at the golden pocket and just see where it goes, okay? So don't call Kev the perma bear or anything like that, not at all. Remember something, right? I have money in the market just like you do. I'm playing the rotation trade specifically, which I think is the smart route to go over the next 6 to 12 to 18 months. And I would just love to see, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see a further drop on this AI trade down into these levels where we could find real support and form a real bottom. But overall, let's just stick to the here and now, right? Let's not speculate too far beyond. I just want you guys to be careful. I want you to manage your risk properly because right now, this structure right now does not look good, okay? It just is what it is. There's no bias around that. If you were to even invert the chart, look at that. It looks like you formed a beautiful rounding bottom. You had a wave 1 breakout, a wave 2 retest, and now you're starting a potential wave 3 move off the golden pocket, right? Look at that, right? That's the inverted chart. So it's not being biased, it's literally factual. It looks like you had your first breakdown, you're coming back up to retest, you're forming that lower high. It's extremely obvious, right? It's staring us right in the face. So that's what I wanted to show you. I also wanted to show you indicators. Like, look at the daily time frame, folks. This was bull market money flow. This was insane money flow. This is what a real bull market looks like. But look at, even on this counter trend rally, this is the all be all. This whole counter trend rally has shown exiting money flow consistently, and it's flying out of this market. Strong daily sell signal. To me, this indicates that yes, that was a legitimate counter trend rally, dead cat bounce, lower high followed by lower prices. That's what I would predict right now based off of this indicator alone, okay? Big warning signals here just from this indicator alone. If you don't have money flow, price ain't going back up, okay? If this money flow continues to exit on that dead cat bounce at the golden pocket, AI trade's going lower, okay? So you need to be ready for that, all right? Whale money flow looking pretty toppy here. LMACD rolling over at the 0 line. Stock RSI on the daily time frame overbought. Be careful here, folks. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. If you want to be bullish, look for a higher low structure to form. But overall, this doesn't look great at the moment, especially with that money flow looking the way that it looks. So that's all I wanted to show you. A lot of warning signs here. And guess what? You know what? Patting myself on the back because we've done a great job not only playing the rotation trade, which is really kicking butt right now, but also predicting that corrective phase in the summertime, predicting the counter trend rally up to this exact level. Now we'll go and see what happens from here. My current prediction, if I had to give you one, is that we're going to go lower here. I don't know where we find support. It'd either be at the 543, 529 level if we're bullish. If you're not and you're going lower, you're going down to the 200-day SMA and EMA and the golden pocket at minimum. And that's because of the fact that, again, look at that. Look at the money flow, folks. Follow the money, right? Follow the money. Momentum indicators are great, but follow the money. The money drives the momentum. That said, I hope this video helped you out. If you guys have any questions, please just comment below. Let me know. And again, don't forget to check the links in the description below to see exactly how I'm trading around this market. Beyond that, I hope you all have a nice day. Peace out.